You know, Henrik Wiersholm has been a symbol of consistency, symbol of toughness, confidence. He's brought an edge to our team in the most important moments. You know, I think he was brought up as always being one of the best kids in his age group on a global scale. So he's used to playing on the big stage and being the favorite, and so he's never shied away from pressure.
And pressure is what fourth-year Henrik Wiersholm received when he entered the Virginia men's tennis program back in 2014, a program coming off its first national championship.
He's always been a guy that's been comfortable in that moment, and he's handled it extremely well. So for us, it's been invaluable to have him in our program because he's just a great competitor.
Competitiveness was certainly one of Henrik's expectations, but some of his others were a bit more in line with an average incoming first year.
I think I had kind of similar expectations to any student that's heading to college, that it's going to be this insane experience, meeting new people, fun times. I had the added benefit of being a part of a D1 program, one of the top programs in the country. I thought that was going to be absolutely a blast, getting to know the guys. And I also came in thinking of a lot of pressure. We'd been so successful. It was part of the reason I came here and part of the reason that I had such high expectations.
Expectations that were met and exceeded as the Cavalier program ran off 3 consecutive NCAA titles in its first 3 years. But as is often the case in athletics, when you are on top of the mountain, a challenge is often lurking in the shadows. For Wiersholm, it was a shoulder injury that sidelined him for the entire 2017-18 season.
I recognized that I had the potential to be a servant leader for the other guys and care for them in that way and build those relationships and help them along on their path. I learned that tennis was not my entire identity. That's something that can be tough, especially coming from a background where I'd been training at USTA since a young age. So I had to go through that adverse period where I felt super down all the time, not being able to be on the court. Felt like I didn't have a purpose really because I wasn't training,
I just saw that discipline that makes him a great tennis player. I saw that discipline that makes him a great student. And that discipline served him well to get over that injury, and now he's 100% and he's been a rock for us this year. We've got one last tournament coming up, and I'm looking forward to seeing Henrik, finish his story here at UVA.
A story that for Henrik has evolved and matured over his time here on grounds.
The successes aren't as big as you think they are, and the losses don't matter as much as you think they do. We always talked about how I was a part of 3 national championships, and after the first one, the next 2 weeks you feel amazing, but the feeling quickly fades, and then you got to, refocus on what type of person you want to be and the character that you want to bring and get back to work. Those successes just showed me a path focused on character and putting yourself out there and being passionate about something and trying to do 100% can pay off. Not always, but it can.
All those values that we talk about over and over again, he's gonna be signifying them, he's gonna be exemplifying them out there on the court, and that's why he's been so valuable for us. So the titles really don't matter as much as that these young men leave this university with those values and they can bring it into their daily life.